There is never a time when there are more eyes on women's college basketball than the last 3 weeks in March during the NCAA tournament. The tournament is played before a national TV audience on ESPN and its family of networks. Leading up to the tournament, ESPN producers look for interesting storylines and interesting personalities on each team to help audiences connect with the players and the coaches. My team, the Kansas Jayhawks, were fortunate to make it to the tournament. As part of the pregame preparation for ESPN, I was chosen to be interviewed by the broadcasting team. This is a chance for me to portray a positive image of myself that could be influential kids who look up to me. My purpose in the interview is I want to be a positive influence on younger people, not a negative influence. I want to be seen as someone who is cool but does not do things the wrong way. It is best for me to handle myself well publicly because it will help me widen my brand. I feel like I am the one who dictates what my brand is by how I carry myself. I want my brand to someone who is a role model for young women. This interview will be a great opportunity for me to demonstrate the kind of impact I have on younger girls and talk about the ways I reach young people. So, a wider audience can see that there is more to being a college basketball player than shooting a ball through the hoop. Being a Kansas women's basketball player, I will have local reach to target the little girls that come to my games, who also look up to me using me as someone who they want to be when they grow up. For the most part, the girls will be between the ages 8 through 16 because typically kids younger than 8 are not paying attention and girls older than 16 are my peers. The way I carry myself on the court is in a positive and encouraging way. Giving my teammates high fives or a pat on the back when they do good is a good signal to little kids on how to be the best teammate. For example, Carlton Bragg for our men's basketball team here at the University of Kansas is a perfect example of a great teammate. Even with limited minutes his freshman year, he was the most energetic player on the court when he got his chance, but most of his time was spent on the sideline. He was the biggest cheerleader for his teammates. I want to be the best role model to young female athletes by showing great body language to the refs, being coachable when criticism arises from my coaches, and also encouraging my teammates. Being a college athlete gives me a chance to do a lot of community outreach during my time playing here at Kansas. Already in my time being here, we have been hands-on with the Lawrence Hospital patients who were diagnosed with cancer. During the holidays, I had the opportunity to give back to them with gifts to lift their spirits up during holiday season. Additionally, we were able to interact with not only patients but their families as well. Doing this is a direct way to impact people in a positive way. We made personal connections with everyone who was involved in the community development and were able to invite them to Kansas women's basketball as a way to show them support. Another part of community service is being hand-on with people from bad neighborhoods to encourage them and demonstrate to them that they might be able to get the opportunity to play, to get a good education, and to have a better life than what their parents may have had. Another example of community service we do as a team is we talk to young female athletes at any event necessary to show them how they can make the same dreams we had as little girls come to life. I am the starting point guard for the Kansas women's basketball team, so people who plan on coming to the games can see my name on the roster. Almost every game we play is televised, streamed online, which leaves room for people all around the country to tune in and connect with women's basketball at any time. Playing at Allen Fieldhouse, where basketball was first oriented, is an opportunity for more fans. People love watching basketball in Lawrence. I have the advantage to have thousands of local people watch games live every night. More directly, I am also a role model within my family because my younger siblings look up to me. I am able to influence my little brothers with more of a direct impact on them. I know that every step I take, whether they are watching or not, they will always follow my every move. I have a 7-year-old brother who tries to be like me, and it shows. His gestures on the court are already similar to what I do. I also know that my brother, who is 3 years younger than me, looks up to me too. He is a basketball player who has a very similar game to me as well. I've impacted their lives by being their big sister, one who makes the right decisions and is someone who they can look up to and want to be like when they continue to grow. I always I want to always be a positive influence for them. In order for that to happen, I have to extremely discipline myself in making the right choices. One wrong move, and I could let down two people who mean everything to me. Last but not least, as a college athlete, I have to be able to be a positive influence through my social media. I have thousands of followers on several social media applications. My Instagram is a way to reflect myself as a person connected to who I am on the court as well. People do not understand how careful student athletes have to be about what we post. We have restrictions as soon as we make a commitment to joining a program at the university requires us to be positive representatives. It is a lot of responsibility, but it's something I embrace because I think as a role model that leaders want to have. When it is all said and done, I want to be able to reach young female athletes and be a positive influence in their life. In doing that, I will use my resources to reach people from all over the world. Being a student athlete in the NCAA tournament, I am put on a platform. On this platform, I am expected to perform to my best ability on and off the court. ESPN has given me a chance for my voice to be heard and for me to be seen wider around the world with a wider audience leading up to the biggest game of the year. I accept the challenge and I want to make a difference for young female athletes. I want to be someone they can look up to as a positive role model who they can always turn to. I think that these genuine aspirations will show through in the interview because I will have a chance to look in the camera and show the real me.